Hi there, my name is Vivek. In the last 5 months, I have seen many cancer patients and their families going from pillar to post for lack of accurate information and going through enormous financial and emotional stress. This video is my 2 cents worth for my fellow cancer patients struggling, particularly in India. I hope it helps everyone, including the central government, to do something to reduce the cost of treatment. All right, there's different types of treatment. I'm definitely not talking from as a doctor here, but as a layman, one has to know because a lot of people talking about why aren't you getting radiation? Why aren't you getting chemotherapy? A lot of people don't know that radiation and chemotherapy are not necessarily the same thing. So, at least as far as I know. So there is allopathic treatment, and then there is different types of alternative medicine, Ayurveda, Tibetan medicine, and so many things. And do not try to compare your medication with another patient's. Leave it to the expert doctors. Trust the doctor, leave it to them. Avoid researching on the internet, Google, and watching TV and reading about cancer. You will not become an expert and cure your disease. So forget about it. Why worry about it? Enjoy life, Leave it to the doctors. If you're given intravenous chemotherapy, so chemotherapies are two types, oral tablets for some people, intravenous for some people. If you're given intravenous chemotherapy, you will experience some discomfort after each chemotherapy for about 10 to 12 days. It may be constipation, body ache, nausea, very uncomfortable feelings. You may faint a little bit once in a while, itching sensation, all of those things. So sometimes you may even vomit. And radiation is another part, so it's up to the doctor how they want to treat, maybe a little chemo, a little radiation, whatever, it's up to the doctor depending on the case. The different alternatives, we'll talk about it soon. Financing of the treatment, very, very important part. Cancer treatment is very expensive, and if you do not have an existing health insurance policy with adequate coverage, the situation is going to be a big challenge. So therefore, from the start, from the diagnosis stage, try to negotiate rates in every hospital. Be frank, tell them that you need a discount, you need assistance. Here there is no ego. You'll have to plan for a lot of sudden expenses for many months or years ahead, depending on each cancer patient. So you don't know how long the treatment will last. All right, get emotionally and financially ready is what I say. In my case, I will have chemotherapy every month since diagnosis for at least 2 to 3 years. After that, I don't know. I'm trying to be psychologically ready for it. I also need to be emotionally and financially ready for it. It's a challenge for the patient and patient's immediate family. Alright, so 3 ways you can get money. Of course, health insurance, savings, and loan. So if you don't have health insurance, then you have to obviously look at your savings and some loan here and there. But therefore, ask for discounts, get the medications, medicines, buy it maybe outside. So that there are some tips I'm going to give in the next slides. And avoid large branded corporate hospitals. In terms of hospitals, in Bangalore there is a Shankara Cancer Hospital and Research Center. It's a good hospital for middle class folks. It is run by an NGO. For those who cannot afford this hospital, they may have to look at Kidwai Memorial Institute of Institute of Oncology, which is a government hospital. And regardless of where you're getting treatment, medicines are sold by Kidwai Cancer Drug Foundation, and over there it is highly, highly subsidized medication. So do not forget about this. Kidwai Cancer Drug Foundation, which is in the Kidwai hospital premises. So reducing the cost of treatment. So let's look at reducing the cost of treatment. One of the things here, hospitals generally do not allow you to buy medicines from outside drug stores or from Kidwai Cancer Drug Foundation. It is because they lose their sales commission on them, since they will bill you at MRP. But there are many doctors who are helpful. It is the hospital management that you may have to convince as a special case. I pray to our central government, health ministry and law ministry in particular, to help cancer patients regardless of who they are to buy medicines at subsidized prices, to make it available at subsidized rates, and give the flexibility to buy it anywhere and take it to the hospital where the patient is undergoing treatment. Please reduce the hassles that the cancer patients and their families are put through. All right, treatments are very, very expensive. It can range from 25,000 to 2.5 lakhs per month, and it's very, very important that central government does something about it. Subsidize the treatment, provide health insurance for cancer patients after cancer is detected. All right, so health insurance policy, I pray to the central government for every cancer patient without any strings attached that can be purchased after the diagnosis of the disease. I see families undergoing financial turmoil. This is the least that the government can do, since most cancers are caused due to government's apathy towards air pollution or pollution in food and water we consume. It is therefore the government that needs to own up its responsibility to invest in the prevention and cure of cancer for its citizens. Alright, duration of the treatment varies from patient to patient. Immunotherapy is currently extremely expensive and is not tried as a first line of treatment. Expensive medicines are sold at MRP in large hospitals. Requests for discounts in treatment in every hospital, as I said before. Buy medicines at Kidwai Cancer Drug Foundation. Some of the discounts can be as high as 95%. There's also income tax deduction one can have if you're an income tax assessee, and you can have deductions up to 60 additional deductions on a special category for cancer patients. Some discounts that I would like to talk about. There are discounts for, you can get a PET scan done for 17,000 rupees. In some hospitals it may be 23 to 25,000 rupees. Then Pexitrust is another medication which is discounted, available at Kidwai Drug Foundation for 86.7% on MRP. Avastin is on discount at Kidwai Drug Foundation at 35.9% off MRP. Avastin 500 mg MRP is 1,45,000, and if you buy it at Kidwai, the same thing will cost you 94,340. So additional offers are there also from Roche or Roche, whatever the company which produces Avastin is called. And the offer is like this. If you have 3 Avastins, 3 cycles of chemos with Avastin, then the company will give 1 Avastin free for the 4th cycle. Okay, so imagine free 500 mg coming to you worth about 1.45 lakhs. Okay, coming to you free from the company. So you got to keep your bills, prescriptions, discharge summary, everything with you, copies of it. You have to keep them. Okay, even if you have insurance, you can get this additional offer from Roche. Okay, and for the next 3 cycles, Roche has this scheme again. If you go with Avastin again, then they will give 2 Avastins free. So if for the additional 3 cycles that you will pay and purchase, you can have 2 Avastins free again. So for that again, please be organized with your bills and make enough copies of those things. At least 2 copies you should have. And even if you send the originals to the insurance company, you can take a photocopy and get it signed as a duplicate bill and let Kidwai Drug Foundation put a stamp on that, and that can be used to give it to Roche for this discount. So contact person at Roche is a gentleman called Deepak. His number is given here. So 968 624-5301. And as I said, get organized. That's very, very important. Kidwai Cancer Drug Foundation is located in Bangalore. I don't know if there are similar foundations available throughout the country. I have no idea. I think this is run by central government. This Kidwai Cancer Oncology Institution is run by central government, I think. And I don't know who is behind Cancer Drug Foundation, but it's a very, very helpful foundation. It's located, near the Bangalore Dairy Circle, opposite to Nimahans. So the map is included here. You can search on the internet. Also, so this is the address of the Kidwai Drug Foundation given here. So you can pause the video and check. This gentleman who is in charge in the drug foundation called Mr. Devraj. So these are the numbers. So you can visit. I think the foundation works all 6-7 days. I think there are ice packs that some medicines require ice packs. I've shown the ice packs here, pictures here. So some medications they will give you ice packs. Bring it in the ice pack and immediately keep it in the refrigerator. Don't keep it in the freezer. Keep it in the bottom portion of the main portion of the refrigerator, the normal refrigeration area, not the freezer. Otherwise, it will get frozen. So this is where the drug foundation is. So please visit and save money. The other hospital I was mentioning about, Shankara Cancer Hospital, the address and all these things is put up here. It's up to you. It's your choice which hospital you go. But I'm getting treated in Shankara, and the cost is quite cost effective, and some of the top doctors also visit Shankara hospitals. Managing money advice, like I said, everyone wants to give you advice, and taking too many advice is also overwhelming. Many relatives and friends care for you, of course, and with genuine concern they give it advice. Sometimes they research on the internet and then tell you that this is good, but there's only so many things that you can do. You cannot do all types. As far as the diet is concerned, go primarily with doctor's advice, and on alternate medicines go with one or two maximum, else you'll really go crazy, because every alternate medication has its own regimen. For example, one alternative medication will say on empty stomach you have to take something, but another alternative medication also will tell you the same thing, that on empty stomach you have to take something else. So there'll be a little clash. Generally, none of the alternative medications clash in terms of medication clash. Only the schedule clash and regimen clash will be there, but not the medication clash. So if you're done with one cycle properly of one alternative medication, then you go for maybe second or third. I'm doing two at a time, two alternative medications at a time. It's very, very hard sometimes, but I'm trying my best to do whatever is possible. All right. Not just that, my wife and my mother spend a lot of time preparing each of those alternative medication and nursing me, taking care of me. So it also puts a lot of burden on the family members. So be selective to the extent possible. And this is a fruit called Lakshman Phal in South India. In some parts of South India, it is not. It's not Sitafal. It's not custard apple. My mother had made juice of this a couple of times, and I drank it. We're still not sure why certain times the juice the color completely changes. So it's supposed to be very good for cancer. It has some anti-cancer characteristics. Then you have wheatgrass. Wheatgrass is supposed to have something called B17, I think, vitamin B17, again anti-cancerous. So you can put wheat in a little bit of soil, mud, and you can put it. This is a picture of how it is done in my house. A friend of mine called Dilip Gurjar is very helpful. In fact, I have stopped doing this. He has been consistently supplying wheatgrass to me for nothing, free. He's been doing it. I really appreciate that. But you can grow it also. If somebody can grow it at home and cut it, you can do that. You just wash it properly. The reason you want to do it yourself is if you buy it from outside, again, you don't know how much chemical is there on that. That's the only reason. The other alternatives are drumsticks leaves called moringa leaves or tamarind leaves. Moringa, you can make some vegetable dish and then eat. So I have gone through some of these things in some of my alternative medication. I have gone through this rigorously. Also, one of the alternative medications I have not mentioned in the slide here is the Tibetan medication. Somewhere near Mahalakshmi Colony, near the Anjaneya Temple in Bangalore. Tibetan cancer medication. So I just started that medication, so you may want to check that as well. Thank you very much. God bless you. Stay positive, courageous, and God will take care of all of us. Thank you very much.